What's up, everybody? How you guys doing? King Chris the Brilliant here, and I heard that today is National Flag Day. So I thought, what a great opportunity to introduce the new flag for the kingdom of heaven, the kingdom of Christ, the kingdom that which is coming down. Now, when you're looking at this flag, I know if you're from this culture, obviously you're watching this, and you're from this time period, there's an idea that comes right to our head, and it's actually interesting. And over the years of God kind of preparing us and building us in the structure of the kingdom, He gave us this image of the rainbow flag, and it had nothing to do with what we're all thinking. It has everything to do with the fact that the rainbow belongs to the Lord and colors belong to the Lord. And so He is establishing this flag as the kingdom flag. So there's many different elements to this flag that I'm going to talk about real quick. Just a brief introduction to the flag. So when I look at the flag, I feel like God is first highlighting about every tribe, every nation, every people group, that all through the world that we are, we come from different backgrounds, we come from obviously different nations, and the flag can kind of represent the different type of colors and different type of cultures that the worldwide have. So the flag represents a little bit of that. Also, the flag represents different type of callings, different positions, different and we actually have a flyer here. I don't know if this is going to pop up. Oh no, on the colors of the flag. So for instance, like red is for worship and creative arts. Orange is for justice and reconciliation. Yellow is for teaching and discipleship. Green is for vocation, discovery, and evangelism. Blue represents sacraments and basic needs. Indigo represents healing, personal care, and violet represents prayer and meditation. These are some things we have here as what the colors could mean. So we got the rainbow, we got the colors representing different nation and different elements of who God is, and that's just a brief introduction. Also, we also have the hexagons. Now, there was a time in my life where I felt like I was seeing hexagons everywhere, and I felt like the understanding was hexagons were the bestagons. Was a huge thing at one point. And I felt like the Lord showed me that this hexagon represents families. That each hexagon, you can say, kind of represents the families of the kingdom of Christ. So each hexagon could represent a nation, it could represent your family, and that all of us have the ability to probably have a good, healthy relationship with maybe about 6 close relationship with 6 families. So you're talking about 6 different hexagons around you. And though just like a beehive, if across the board a hexagon is hit or punched, it's felt over on the other side of the hexagon of the beehive. And so as we are connected to each other in relationships, we are one family. We are families connected to other families, which makes us a one family. So the hexagon, that's just a brief introduction about a hexagon. And so I believe that is kind of the idea of it being over the rainbow color. The Star of David. Now, I know there's a lot of controversy about the Star of David, but what I do believe that this is the symbol that the Lord gave us. And I believe that no matter what people have tried to use it as, I believe it's a symbol representing kind of the Star of David, the bright and morning star, our King. So here you got all the families of the earth, all the families in your community, and these little hexagons. Then you got the big star shining on all the families. He is the bright and morning star, and within Him, King Yeshua, our King, there is a family. So the hexagon within the family, and there's much to be said about the Star of David. So I believe this is, for years, I think Christians and people wanted to take back the flag, and this wasn't built to do that, but it's interesting that it kind of does that. That wouldn't it be interesting that this symbol, this flag represents the kingdom of Christ coming in, and the other flag represents what it represents. And I think it's going to take time for us to, kind of renew our minds, because I have friends and even my wife and people who are like, man, I don't know if I want to fly that thing outside just because of what we think of. And it may take some time to kind of get that out of our mind to be renewed. But I believe a generation will come up, even with my children already. We've got like a big flag of this in the house and stuff like that. They're already getting used to it. So they don't see it as that flag. They see it as now the flag of the kingdom. And so check it out. Happy Flag Day. The flag of the kingdom right there. And yeah, as time goes on, we'll be promoting it, showing it, whatever, what have you. And I wasn't gonna really do this during the month of June because I didn't want to be corny like we were doing it for that. But it's Flag Day, so hey, let's just might as well promote the flag. All right, you guys, King Chris the Brilliant. Follow, like, share, whatever. I feel corny even saying that, but anyway, thought you would want to see this. All right, peace.